How is it that I can live in my daily life this deep spiritual reality that I am one with all people and all people are one with me? And what that calls us to is to start taking a look really at two things. One is, who is it in my world that I call other? Who is it that I think is so different from me, so perhaps in an unlikable way, that I'm like, well, yeah, I'm one with a lot of people, but not them, you know? I will not ask for a show of hands, okay? I'm not gonna, okay. We all do that. That's part of how we act sometimes all the time, let's be frank. Okay, on earth plane, and we'll get to that in a little while here. And who was trying to justify himself. He'd already asked Jesus, he said, well, how do I inherit eternal life? And Jesus says to him, well, what's in the law? And the man says, well, it says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. You get an A, he gets an A, right? He got it right. And Jesus said, that's right, good, go do it, and you'll have eternal life. And Jesus probably, I think of Jesus kind of in his mind going like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay. Living your real life. Life is about coming from the inside. Life is about being in touch with the reality that's right in front of your face and dealing with it from the place of spiritual integrity and dealing with it from the place of compassion. And so he reached out and he helped that man. Backing up a little bit, the deeper even meaning of this story, if we think about these characters that are inside of us, what it's calling us to is to first of all love ourselves. All of us have aspects of ourselves that we reject. Do we not? Outer messages that for whatever reason tell you something about you isn't all right. And you buy it because you don't feel like you have any other choice, and then you do it to yourself. Then nobody else has to do it to you because you're beating yourself up, right? Well, that's the first lesson in this. The deepest lesson is to let God, and in this sense, the Christ nature, our Christ nature can be symbolized by that Samaritan man, is let God heal you. Let God love you. Let God teach you that there's nothing wrong with you. You're a good person, whoever you are, whatever your characteristics are, you're whole and well. All of us are children of God. God does not have grandchildren. Everybody is a direct expression of God. And so whoever we are, we're whole and well, and we don't have to buy anything that anybody told us from the outside. Or sometimes there are things in our life, maybe we did do things that weren't so good, and maybe we've beaten ourselves up for it. My friends, the time to forgive yourself is now. Let God come in and ask for forgiveness, and if you need to make amends, make amends. If you need support, get support. But quit beating yourself up. So love doesn't mean like giving yourself out with no boundaries. That's not love. Love is always coupled with wisdom. So if this is what's mine to do, this is what I can do, and so I have appropriate limitations, and I'm doing it from compassion and mercy. I'm making sure that things are okay. Does that make sense? So that's important too, because real love comes from a sense of self and from a sense of wisdom and a sense of caring. This point, he was saying God's so much bigger than outer observance. There's nothing wrong with outer observance as long as it's supporting your inner life. And he was saying, hey, wake up. Wake up. God is the God of all of us. And it doesn't really matter what you call God. What matters is what's coming in your heart. And that's over and over and over, right? When he would be challenged about not abiding by the outer rules, he would basically say, I'm healing him anyway. Get over it. Say it's about what's in your heart. It's not about the outside of the cup. It's about what's in the inside of the cup. What's in your heart? What's in your mind? What's in your life? And they said, this is a little practice you can do to extend compassion. So I want to share, I kind of took it and tweaked it and put it in my own words, but I want to share this with you. So if you want to extend compassion, I invite you to try this or your version of this. To think of somebody or something in your life that's bothering you, or that you feel upset about, or that you're angry with or afraid of. Fear is always the bottom line. And use that person's name or that situation's name. Usually it's really a person. And try this to expand your compassion, expand your oneness. Just like me, this person wants to be happy, joyous, and free. Then, just like me, this person doesn't want to live in pain, constriction, woundedness, and stagnation. Just like me, this person has experienced loneliness, isolation, rejection, frustration, pain and suffering, and lack of love. Just like me, this person desires freedom and love and meaning and fulfillment of their divine potential. Just like me, this person is learning their divine Christ within, is waking up, is expanding their understanding. The Christ in me greets the Christ in them.